Hi, my name is Álvaro Murillo. I'm from Extremadura. I am a flamenco and contemporary dancer. I work with contemporary dance and flamenco approach. And I developed this way or my movement on an autodidactic way. And also I studied sport science, and I did a doctorate about science, dance, and neuroscience in general. I start to dance at the University of Sport Science. I lived in a very small city that the flamenco was very present, and I was living in a neighborhood with a lot of flamenco culture, and I was listening flamenco since I was a child. And in the moment that I discovered movement and dance, because I was goalkeeper at football, I started to mix this flamenco music and songs and rhythm with the contemporary movement that I discovered. Also, with the improvisation and trying to develop my own movement. No? Later I tried to develop and learn all the flamenco rhythm patterns and all the flamenco posture and structure, no, of that. And in that way I tried to, and I find a way of movement that it is very personally, it is very specific, and I try to continue developing this, came into places like this, or having master class and learning with some people that I feel interesting for that. My approach into the movement is very connected with the emotional part of the flamenco life, with the emotional part of the flamenco rhythm, of the weight of the flamenco in the floor, and also with this part of the contemporary freedom and this capacity that have the contemporary to develop another ways, no? And generate new ways. And this mixture about rhythm, about passion, about tension, about physicality and emotional of flamenco, I try to find a way to mix with contemporary structure, language, and movement, and this is my way, this is my looking for, and I am on that. Right. Also in my way of approach to the movement, like I studied sport science and I did my doctorate, my PhD on neuroscience for dance for persons that have chronic pain, and the electrical activity on the brain that developed the improvisation on dance. I stayed in contact with a lot of machines, programs, structure, laboratories that the Faculty of Sport Science in Cáceres have, no? And in that, looking for with friends and in the laboratory and in the project of the sport science career, I discovered the biomechanics and this thing that we have and we can use for recording movement and put this movement in a screen, for example, no? And one day, proving with a friend that needed a person for doing the model, no? I was doing flamenco, and my partner said, "Wow, this is amazing! You can record this type of things, and you can have and do connection, do comparison, and discover the velocities, the force, the strengths of the flamenco posture and this, no?" And in that way, I discovered this, and I have this idea of having a talk with a new technology between my flamenco that is very ancient in the sense that is very primitive because don't have a structure of the new structure that have the flamenco with academic support. I was very free, and I feel very free for trying to record this movement and have a talk in the sense of the poetry, not in the sense of, okay, this is the new technology and it's very amazing and all people can see it. No. The piece of Flamenco Futuro talk about the relation that we can have with the technology, the relation that our body have or can have with the technology, and the possibilities that this offer to us, but always without forgetting, without forget the important physicality of the human being, that this is not going to be with a machine. No? Yes, for me, the experience of doing a doctorate, a PhD doctorate, make me a way of thinking, and a way of research. And this capacity that I learned about research with neuroscience or with people with disease also was very helpful for me for trying to do my pieces, my creative approach of the stage. And for example, the last piece that I premiered on May with a musical composer called Artomático, Daniel Muñoz, was developed in base of all the concept that I work in my doctorate in this developing of creativity in the movement, the motor creativity for let people have and reduce the pain in the brain and then in the body, and modify the activity, the electrical activity on people, for having more capacities and more possibilities. And all of this structure, all of these possibilities, all of these methodologies that I developed were the principle and the dialogue creative with Danny for develop all of this piece. For example, I have a lot of different microphones for recording a lot of my sounds, and he composed in real time. And also we use the chronic pain for developing motor patterns and motor creativities. And this motor creativity test that I developed in my doctorate was used also for developing scenes and improvisation during the show. For me, came to Tejido Conectivo program and project. For me, it's incredible. No? I knew Miguel. I met Miguel 4 years ago. He told me about this project and invited me to come to share with the students. And for me, it was a present because I feel a lot, I believe a lot in this project. I see and I can feel that the people here is different, is soft, is kind, is good. The program is very important and very good for learning. And also came in here since 4 years. All the years is different. All the years I came a bit more of time, and also this is very important because if you have a bit more of time, you can learn also and you can share more. I feel that the students receive my work incredibly because they love also, because it's an international program, and when they listen flamenco they are very interesting, and I am very happy that they have this interest in. And when I share these tools that I develop in the contemporary wave, that I take of the flamenco style to develop the contemporary principle of movement, I think it's a good connection, and the student of the school receive good. Also this time we are going to talk about science and dance. Tomorrow we have this conference, this class, that I think that is going to be very interesting for the people, because also they are going to be professor, they are going to be teacher, they are going to be director of projects, and that they have this information about the newest, the latest information about neuroscience and dance, and the possibility that the dance offers to society to give health to the people, to the population. No? I think they are going to open the mind in that sense, and they are going to look for more information about this, I think. Mm-hmm. For me, it's very important the work with improvisation. No? I work a lot with improvisation and with the looking for the own movement language of each person. For me this is very important, and I believe on that because I dance like that, and I grew up in my dance life in that sense of looking for my place, looking for my movement. And with this workshop, with these classes, I try only this, of taking tools about flamenco like the rhythm, like the external rhythm, the internal rhythm, different types of counts, different type of compass, of musicality, and how it can be part of the contemporary movement. How can these tools of rhythm can be an important part for developing new structure to have a talk with the audience and have a talk with yourself and develop new rhythm patterns with the body, no? And with the movement. Also, I work a lot with the posture, with the opening posture, with the opening of the body, with the focus, the chest, the sense of the power of the flamenco emotional, and how can we connect with this, and how can people of contemporary can use this connection with emotion, and this connection with the posture, with connection with the step, the freeze, the tension in the body, and also the softness, no? Also we can go with the fingers, so we can go with the neck, with the hips. And it's a process of opening the body and try to find new places for rhythm, for posture, and for emotional part. This is the approach I want to feel. For me, it's incredible when I saw the people in the first part of the class and these comments of, oh, flamenco, and need like the clapping or the footwork or the foot sounds, and they ask for the shoes or something like that. And because we have a lot of stereotype of flamenco in our minds, we have a lot of stereotype of flamenco posture, flamenco image, and flamenco impact. And when I saw the people traduce all of these stereotypes of real feelings, and they said that it was completely different than they can imagine, and they feel that they can feel the tension in the body, the posture, they feel flamenco music. I think that it is very successful for me. It's the most important feeling that I can receive, that they discover new things, they discover new way of movement, and I feel that they receive very well. Also, they enjoy a lot the class, they give me a lot of power, a lot of love, and I think that they receive very good. Today was important, this part of the class, for example, we were talking about this, because in that process that you are in a continuous looking for example, in a class of improvisation, sometimes you can get frustrated, no? You can get angry even with yourself. And we talk a lot about this. We talk about that this is part of the looking. This is part of the looking for. This sense of being lost, this sense of being frustrated, we can use, and we don't have to be afraid, and you cannot, or leave it. Of course you have to take your time, it's important that you have to take your time, but it's part of the process. And this is a reflection that we had today in the classroom, and I think that was impressive. And also the thing that they have to looking for their own movement, their own language, and this formation have this chance of go to the theater, present your movement, present your pieces, present all of that, and really feel that this looking for your own movement, and this knowing that you can be frustrated in a process of looking for your movement, I think that for today is a very little good advice for give. In that sense of giving advice for the professional career, I am very new also, no, in that sense, but for me it was very helpful that having dates, having continued dates or having dates to show, to present, I think that is very important, because sometimes a lot of people have this sense of that they want to create the amazing piece, the incredible piece, and they are like, no, I am not prepared, and I am working on, I have in mind that my first time have to be perfect. And really for me it was completely the opposite. For me the process was presenting, performing, and having dates. With these dates, with these shows, with this performance, you have the opportunity to improve and to learn. Nothing is going to be perfect. Nothing is going to be perfect. It's part of the way, it's part of the path, and I propose this, having little dates, having little objective for presenting, and with this could be a continuous process. The first is that I want to give thanks to all the team of the Tejido Conectivo project. For me, always, I feel part of it. I don't feel external part. I don't feel guest teacher. I feel teacher of the formation. And let me the opportunity to show my work, for example, 8 kilometers on mule that I did a lot of times. I am turning with it like 5 years, and having the opportunity to feel this piece in that context with people and sharing my process of this piece was beautiful. And yesterday we talked about the feedback, and I was talking about I didn't was very good with my body in that day, but sharing that the process of the piece, and I was surprised about my body in that performance, and they could see it, and I could share this. Was a very beautiful learn for me in that week. That it's a pleasure being here, and I want to continue coming, and I want to continue looking for the movement and meeting people like the Tejido Conectivo program.